Last month, a customer brought his 2008 Toyota Camry into my shop for a pre-purchase inspection. He was buying it from the original owner, and he wanted me to check it out before he handed over the cash. The odometer read 387,000 miles. I've inspected thousands of high-mileage vehicles over the years, and I expected to find the usual problems: worn valve seals, carbon buildup, oil consumption, leaking gaskets, maybe even some internal engine wear. I pulled the valve cover to inspect the camshaft and valve train. What I saw shocked me. The inside of that engine looked almost new. No sludge, no varnish, no carbon deposits. The cam lobes showed virtually no wear. The valve springs were still within factory spec. The timing chain looked like it had maybe 80,000 miles on it, not 387,000. "What did you do to this engine?" I asked the seller. "Did you rebuild it at some point?" He laughed. "Never touched it. Just oil changes every 5,000 miles. And one other thing a Japanese mechanic taught me back in 2008. He pulled out a small bottle from his glove box. It was a fuel system cleaner. I add this to my gas tank every single fill-up, every time, without fail, for 16 years. That's when it clicked. I'd heard about this practice from Japanese mechanics before, but I'd never seen the long-term results so dramatically. This simple habit, adding fuel system cleaner at every fill-up instead of occasionally, had kept his engine cleaner than engines with 80,000 miles that I see every single day. I've been wrenching for 19 years, and I've seen the inside of thousands of engines. The difference between engines that use fuel additives consistently and those that don't is staggering. One group runs clean to 300,000 plus miles. The other group needs expensive carbon cleaning services by 100,000 miles. In this video, I'm revealing the Japanese fuel secret that almost nobody in America knows about, why it works so effectively, and exactly how to implement it in your own vehicle to double your engine's lifespan. Let's get into it. The problem with American fuel. Before I explain the Japanese secret, you need to understand why American gasoline destroys engines faster than Japanese gasoline. The difference in fuel quality standards. In Japan, gasoline quality standards are significantly stricter than in the United States. Japanese regular gasoline contains higher levels of detergent additives that clean fuel injectors and prevent carbon buildup. American gasoline, even from major brands, has minimal detergent content. The EPA requires only a baseline level of additives, and many refineries add just enough to meet that minimum standard. The result? Japanese engines running on Japanese fuel stay cleaner naturally. American engines running on American fuel develop carbon deposits, gunk buildup, and injector clogging over time. Why modern engines are more vulnerable. Modern direct injection engines are especially vulnerable to carbon buildup. In older port injection engines, fuel sprayed onto the intake valves, washing them clean with every engine cycle. In direct injection engines, fuel sprays directly into the combustion chamber. The intake valves never get washed by fuel, so carbon deposits from blow-by gases accumulate on them over time. This carbon buildup causes rough idle, misfires, reduced power, and poor fuel economy. Eventually, it requires professional walnut blasting service that costs $800 to $1,500, unless you follow the Japanese fuel secret. The Japanese fuel secret, additive at every fill-up. Here's the secret that Japanese mechanics know, but American drivers don't. You don't add fuel system cleaner occasionally. You add it at every single fill-up. Why this works. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth once a month and expect them to stay clean. You brush them every day to prevent buildup. The same principle applies to your fuel system and engine. Adding cleaner at every fill-up prevents deposits from forming in the first place, rather than trying to remove them after they've already built up. This constant low-level cleaning keeps injectors flowing perfectly, prevents carbon accumulation on intake valves, maintains clean combustion chambers, and stops deposits before they start. The math behind it. Most American drivers use fuel system cleaner once a year, maybe twice if they're diligent. That's 1 to 2 bottles per 12,000 to 15,000 miles. Japanese drivers who follow this method use it at every fill-up. For a typical car that fills up twice a month, that's 24 times per year. The difference in cleaning frequency is dramatic. 24 times per year versus 1 to 2 times per year. This consistent cleaning is what keeps engines running like new for 300,000 plus miles. Which fuel additives actually work? Not all fuel additives are created equal. Most are complete garbage that does nothing, but a few specific products genuinely work. The proven additives, based on independent testing and my own 19 years of experience, these are the fuel additives that actually clean engines. Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus. This is the gold standard. Chevron's polyethylamine PEA formula genuinely cleans injectors and removes carbon deposits. Multiple independent tests confirm it works. Redline SI1 Complete Fuel System. Cleaner, contains high concentrations of PEA detergents. More expensive than Techron, but slightly more effective. Professional mechanics use this in their own cars. Lucas Upper Cylinder Lubricant, an injector cleaner. Good for older engines. Adds lubrication to the fuel system in addition to cleaning. Seafoam Motor. Treatment works well for overall fuel system cleaning and carbon removal. Slightly less effective than Techron or Redline, but more versatile. BG44K. Professional grade cleaner that mechanics use. Expensive, but incredibly effective. Hard to find in retail stores. The additives that don't work. Avoid these common additives that are mostly marketing and minimal effectiveness. Generic store-brand fuel cleaners. They contain minimal active ingredients and do almost nothing. Octane boosters marketed as cleaners. They don't clean anything, they just temporarily raise octane. Mechanic-in-a-bottle type products that claim to fix everything. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. How to implement the Japanese fuel secret. Here's the exact protocol that Japanese mechanics follow, and that I now recommend to all my customers. The basic protocol. Every time you fill up your gas tank, add the recommended amount of fuel system cleaner to your tank before you pump gas. This ensures the additive mixes thoroughly with the fuel. For most additives, the recommended dosage is 1 bottle per 15 to 20 gallons of fuel. If you're filling up a smaller amount, adjust accordingly. Consistency is key. Don't skip fill-ups. The goal is continuous cleaning, not occasional treatment. The cost analysis. Let's talk about cost because I know what you're thinking. This sounds expensive. A bottle of Chevron Techron costs about $12. If you fill up twice a month, that's $24 per month or $288 per year. Sounds like a lot until you compare it to the alternative. Carbon cleaning service at 80,000 miles. $1,200 fuel injector replacement at 120,000 miles. $600. Valve cleaning at 150,000 miles. $1,500. Total, $3,300 in repairs versus $288 per year for 12 years to 150,000 miles equals $3,456. The costs are almost identical, but here's the difference. With the preventive approach, you never have performance problems. Your engine runs perfectly for its entire life. With the reactive approach, you deal with rough idle, poor fuel economy, and reduced power for thousands of miles before paying for expensive cleaning services. The advanced protocol for maximum results. For even better results, Japanese mechanics combine fuel additives with other practices. Use top-tier gasoline whenever possible. Costco, Chevron, Shell, and Mobil are all top-tier certified, meaning they already contain higher detergent levels than non-top-tier brands. Add fuel system cleaner even when using top-tier gas. The extra cleaning power ensures absolutely no buildup occurs. Every 30,000 miles, do an intensive cleaning by adding a double dose of cleaner to a nearly empty tank, then driving hard for 20 to 30 minutes to burn through that tank. This deep clean cycle removes any minimal deposits that might have formed. The results you can expect. I've now recommended this protocol to hundreds of customers over the past 5 years. Here are the consistent results I've seen. Short-term benefits within 1,000 miles. Smoother idle and improved throttle response as existing deposits begin cleaning. Slightly better fuel economy as injectors spray more precisely. Reduced emissions as combustion becomes more complete. Medium-term benefits, 10,000 to 50,000 miles. No carbon buildup on intake valves during inspections. Fuel injectors flow like new even at high mileage. Combustion chambers stay clean with minimal deposits. Engine maintains factory performance levels indefinitely. Long-term benefits, 100,000 plus miles. Engines reach 200,000 to 300,000 miles with zero carbon-related problems. No need for expensive injector cleaning or carbon removal services. Engines pass emissions tests easily even at extreme mileage. Internal wear is dramatically reduced because clean engines run more efficiently with less stress on components. Real-world example, the 387,000-mile Camry. Remember the Camry I mentioned at the beginning? That car is the perfect example of what this protocol achieves. The original owner started using fuel additive at every fill-up in 2008 based on advice from a Japanese mechanic. He used Chevron Techron exclusively for 16 years. When I inspected that engine at 387,000 miles, it looked better inside than most engines I see at 80,000 miles. The intake valves had zero carbon buildup. The fuel injectors tested within 5% of factory flow rates. The combustion chambers were clean. The piston tops showed minimal carbon deposits. This engine will easily reach 500,000 miles, possibly 600,000, with nothing more than routine maintenance, all because of a $12 bottle of fuel cleaner added at every fill-up. Why American mechanics don't tell you. Here's the uncomfortable truth. This practice costs shops money. If your engine stays clean and runs perfectly for 300,000 miles, you never need carbon cleaning services, injector cleaning, or intake valve service. Shops make significant revenue from these services. A carbon cleaning appointment generates $800 to $1,500 in a few hours. If customers prevent the problem with $12 fuel additives, shops lose that revenue. I'm telling you about this because I'd rather build long-term trust with customers than make a quick profit on preventable problems. But many shops don't see it that way. The one mistake that ruins everything. Here's the critical mistake that prevents this from working: inconsistency. Adding fuel cleaner once a month or whenever you remember to buy it doesn't work. The deposits form between treatments, and you're always playing catch-up. The Japanese protocol only works with absolute consistency. Every fill-up, without fail, for the entire life of the vehicle. If you can't commit to this consistency, you won't get the results. It's better to use cleaner less frequently, every 5,000 miles, than to start the every fill-up protocol and then quit after a few months. How to make this a habit. The key to consistency is making it automatic. Buy a case of your chosen fuel additive, usually 6 to 12 bottles, and keep it in your trunk. Every time you pull up to a gas station, grab a bottle from the trunk and add it before pumping gas. Set a reminder on your phone to buy more additive when you're down to 2 bottles. This ensures you never run out. Track your usage. I recommend noting it in a maintenance log so you can verify you're actually doing it every time. Within a few weeks, it becomes automatic. You won't even think about it anymore. It'll be as natural as pumping gas itself. Special considerations for different engines. The every fill-up protocol works for all engines, but some benefit more than others. Direct injection engines: Toyota D4S, Honda Earth Dreams, Mazda Skyactiv G with direct injection. These benefit the most from the every fill-up protocol. Direct injection makes them extremely vulnerable to carbon buildup. Consistent additive use prevents this completely. Turbocharged engines: Honda 1.5T, Mazda 2.5T, Subaru FA20DIT. Turbocharged engines run hotter and under more stress, accelerating carbon formation. They need this protocol even more than naturally aspirated engines. High-mileage engines. For engines already over 100,000 miles that have never used additives, start with an intensive cleaning first. Add a double dose to a nearly empty tank and drive it hard to burn through that tank. Then switch to the normal every fill-up protocol. The bottom line. The Japanese fuel secret isn't complicated, it's not expensive, and it's not difficult to implement. It's simply this: add high-quality fuel system cleaner at every single fill-up for the entire life of your vehicle. This one habit keeps fuel injectors flowing perfectly, prevents carbon buildup on valves, maintains clean combustion chambers, and eliminates the need for expensive cleaning services. Your engine will run like new for 300,000 plus miles. You'll never experience the performance degradation that most drivers just accept as normal. And you'll save thousands of dollars in repairs that you'll never need because you prevented the problems from happening in the first place. That 387,000-mile Camry proved it works. The Japanese mechanics who've been doing this for decades prove it works. And now you know the secret too. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video, as I am sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.